Xavier Worthy out of Texas. We got what we needed. We know we needed a wide receiver to fit in this offense, somebody who's going to be able to stretch the field, somebody that's going to take the place of Rashee Rice under his I think, notable suspension that will probably end up happening. But also, too, we're trying to get somebody for the future. Xavier Worthy, we got him in the first round, 28th pick. A speedy guy, a lot of, can move in and out of breaks. Wonderful, wonderful target for Patrick Mahomes. And we're talking about also, too, he is, without a doubt, a guy to go hit his head on the goalpost. Also, too, on special teams. So I have Xavier Worthy. I got right now for the Chiefs an A right there with Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, I'm going to give it a B just because we had to trade up to get him, and even though that might have not have been necessary. So I'll give it a B instead of an A.
He fits everything that we do, the bill of it. He's silky smooth, gets out of breaks, fluid, does a great job getting the ball in his hands. The offense he ran down in Texas is exactly what we do with the Chiefs. I always say this is a small man's offense. If everybody hasn't been watching it, I think people look at it and like Teja said during the week, people put him in a box because he ran a 4.2. Well, we got that guy, okay? Runs a 4.2 and does everything that we ask him to do, right? Wide receiver screens, slants, hitches, curls, double moves, whip routes. He does everything we ask him to do. What we're needing in a receiver, and he's a baller, right? He makes a lot of plays. So we're asking for him to go hit his head on the goalpost. So we didn't, we were looking for a bigger body receiver, right? Obviously, that's what everybody wants. Everybody covets having an A.J. Brown or maybe a Xavier Legette. I always wanted Xavier Legette, okay? But this guy right here fits exactly what our offense needs. Andy Reid is like, this is the guy, okay? What he did in Texas is exactly what we do here with the Chiefs. And so that's a pick to me. Plus, he's the fastest guy in the NFL right now, right? So we have him. The Chiefs have this weapon. Patrick Mahomes has another guy, another weapon, almost like a Tyreek Hill. He has that speed like Tyreek Hill. He has the jukes like Tyreek Hill. Is he Tyreek Hill 2.0? No, I don't say that. He's Xavier Worthy, number one. And so we're going to be able to see what he can do out there on the field. But I'm excited. I'm excited, especially with Hollywood Brown right there next to him. Where Rashee Rice gets back. Kadarius Toney's going to give us something too. And Travis Kelce, so obviously, right, Hall of Fame tight end we're going to have our offense back, okay? The one that was scoring 30, 40 points a game, okay? That's what we're looking at. I'm talking about Worthy. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No doubt about it. So Xavier Worthy, man, is the guy, okay? So everybody just get your popcorn, sit your feet back, okay, and just enjoy the show because he's going to be rolling.
To add to that, I just love the fact that we finally got a guy. So, in years past, we were really interested in Hollywood Brown. We were really interested in Jameson Williams. Even for a moment there, I think we were really interested in Ruggs that draft, but I just knew we couldn't get up there to get that. But we had a lot of interest in those fast twitchy guys, that guy of every draft. Right. And the fact that we traded up to get him, I mean, there's some people out there who had Xavier Worthy going in the top 15 of this draft. Yeah. The fact that we were able to get him as late as we were, and it was our guy, obviously, that we were able to trade up to get him. I love that, and I just love his total fit in our offense. And we finally, and yeah, big top offense there. Devil Spades is a big top offense. Yeah, we're going to have that over-the-top offense again, man. I can't wait. It's going to be, it's going to be like a 4x1 every game.
So. Olympic, man, track meet. I'm telling you right now, this is Olympic track meet before the Olympics what we're going to be able to see. So it's going to be a good show.
We tried trading up last year. Remember, no one would trade up for with us.
Yep.
We tried trading up for a receiver because I think all three of those top receivers went like late teens.
It was tackle and receivers. Apparently, we were trading up for. I think we wanted Anton Harrison, right? If I remember correctly, one of the.
Yeah, maybe.
I have a question here from Gabriel Goodwin, who's been trying to get this question. And do you guys, the panel, think Worthy will eventually be as good as Tyreek?
See, that's another man. It's a different animal. We're talking about Tyreek, who right now has already propelled himself as being like one of the greatest ever through his athleticism in a league. Ever, right? So I don't want to do that to the guy Worthy. I don't want to do it to him, okay? That's the worst thing we possibly do is go in and put names and don them with these coats that they haven't earned it. Guy ain't caught one ball yet in the NFL, and we always say he's going to be as good as Tyreek. If he give us 75, 80 balls, beautiful. That's an A+ for me. That's all I want to see. And so he's going to get a lot of yak yards for what we do. He's going to be a great receiver. So I ain't going to give him Tyreek. Tyreek is a whole different skill set altogether. Tyreek makes the whole secondary look funny. I laugh when I watch Tyreek out there. I laugh. Even when we playing things he does, I laugh because he's making people look silly. He is. That's how Dante used to make the guys look. When I watched Dante used to make, stop and make guys, I was like, dude, he's playing games with these guys out here right now. I love to see Worthy do some things like that. So we'll wait and see. But he does have an ability to make guys miss.
Yeah.
So.
That's wanting Tyreek Hill there is just greedy at this point. Taking an average of his comps, and I see Gabriel Goodwin's also asking that too. A lot of his comps were Devonta Smith, Deshaun Jackson, Ted Ginn Jr., Tank Dell, Mike Wallace. You take an average of those guys, we're fine. we are take all those guys, put them in a blender, and just pour it into your cup. We're good at that point. Tyreek Hill is at this point for us is like a luxury. What we're missing, what we've been missing, is the Tyreek Hill skill set and a guy who can adequately do that, I think. So it's not necessarily we haven't had that. It's not that when people say, "Oh, they're missing Tyreek Hill." Well, everyone's missing a Tyreek Hill. He's one of the best receivers in the league, right? I think we're just missing a guy who can provide that fear that Tyreek puts into defenses. You don't need to be Tyreek Hill to give defenses fear. Like we said many times last year, we didn't have enough guys who defenses gave a shit about. Like they would be like, "All right, Kelsey's there, Rice is there. All right, let's go. Everyone, you get him. Everyone else, eyes on Mahomes and track where he is." You can't do that anymore. Yeah. You just can't do that. We have way too many guys in the field that you have to account for and be worried about now. And I think that's giving us what we've been needing and missing, not necessarily number 10 out there, with 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. We don't necessarily need that. It's amazing to have that. We need someone to give someone that fear again.
Yeah, no doubt. Stone Cold Jones makes a good point. And I do believe this is the reason we did move up. He says 49ers were easily taken Worthy with their Pearsall pick. I agree. I do believe that. And San Fran was right there. So I think that's why the Chiefs moved up. They probably heard that. And, they're not going to give their hand up all the way. But I know they had their eye on Worthy probably the entire time. And so San Fran, you're dealing with Ayuk out there. You're talking about getting another speedster.
Yep.
And shoot, yeah,
I will say Pearsall looks like a Ayuk insurance, though, doesn't he?
Man, he does. I like Pearsall. Pearsall was one of my favorites, too, as a wide receiver, man. I loved his route running. He's very tough. Man, he tested out the water. So those things, and when I see, like, the numbers, is indicative of explosion and speed. That's what I look at. And so he had, like, a 41-inch vertical.
Yeah. He was a freak.
Something crazy. Yeah, ran like a 4, I think, 4 or something. So, yeah, broad jump was crazy. But yeah, I think Shanahan was definitely looking at Worthy, right? Shoot. Now you got another guy to get their head on the goalpost like a Christian McCaffrey, right? And so on the outside.
Yeah, it was definitely on the table for sure.
No doubt.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.